Good morning, all of you. Today, let us discuss the registers of language. The language is not the same at all places, at all situations. We have to change our register according to the place and according to the person whom we are speaking to. So, as users of English language or as users of English language as the second language or the foreign language, we need to know almost all the important registers, and also we need to know how to use them in the real context so that we can derive much benefit out of our English. So let us discuss the first register, formal register. Formal register is highly grammatical and the vocabulary is very high, and that means we have to use formal vocabulary, and we shouldn't use any jargon or intimate jargon or informal jargon. It must be always formal, official. We use this kind of register in academic writing. For example, if you are submitting a research paper, you have to use formal English, and your letter must be formal in style, and it shouldn't have any grammatical errors, and your vocabulary must be of the high standard, and you have to write in a fixed formal manner. So this is the most important and the difficult one, because writing is very difficult. Writing in a formal style is more difficult. Unless you are very good at English, and unless you know a rich vocabulary, and unless you have a sound knowledge of grammar, you can't write academic writing. So all the experts use the academic writing when they submit research papers, and they submit the papers at the international level, and so they submit papers for an academic purpose. So they need to write in a wonderful formal manner. That is called formal register. The second one is informal register. Informal register is nothing but we use when we speak to our relatives, our friends, and our of the members of our family at home, and so on. Whilst being using informal register, you need not be very grammatical. You need not use wonderful vocabulary. You can use some simple vocabulary. Instead of using saying father, you can say dad. Instead of mother, mom. Instead of grandfather, grandpa. These days we are calling also dada instead of dad. So these are all informal, and rather we call them casual register. So when you speak in a casual or informal register, you are not much worried about your grammar. You're not much worried about your sentence construction, and you are not so much worried about your vocabulary. Everything is different. Informal register or casual register is totally different from formal register. But you cannot submit a paper in informal register, and you cannot speak at an official function using informal register. It's not allowed there at home with friends and with relatives, and with even for you among your staff members when they are very intimate to you. You can use this register. The second one is consultative register. This is very important. For example, this is the register used by between judges and lawyers, doctors and patients, and also the academic head and their partners, and also uh, when there is manager and other members. It's very consultative. It's not exactly formal. It is neither informal. It's consultative. The register is limited to that jargon only. Just like a doctor's patient register is different from the register of a judge and lawyer and the client. And in the same manager and also the his subordinates. So this is consultative register. And so unless we are expecting this register, you can't be a good manager, you can't be a good doctor, you can't be a good judge. You need to know how to use this consultative register. Next, the third one is fourth one is frozen register. Frozen register is usually used in the temples and churches. It's frozen. That means they are set phrases. May God bless you. This is one kind of frozen register. You can't innovate it. You can't change it. It's of course formal, very formal, but very formal. You can't make any alterations to it. This is frozen. That's why you call it frozen. The last one is intimate. Intimate registry is very, very informal. If you are speaking to your wife and you are speaking to very friend, use ungrammatical sentences, sometimes half sentences, incomplete sentences, and also even the vocabulary is not very intimate vocabulary use. This is the type of five registers we generally use in our day-to-day conversation. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Let us discuss some other topic tomorrow.